everyone. It is your favorite duo here, Jaden and our resident expert Caleb with Fantasy Tomorrow. And as we talk about for the last 2 weeks, it is never too early to start planning for the 2021 season. And that is why we are here today to give you our top 5 2021 wide receivers. So Caleb, who's number 5?
So number 5 is DK Metcalf for the Seattle Seahawks, and he really broke out in his second year and ended up finishing as the wide receiver 5 in half PPR scoring. Now, Metcalf really proved his ability just to be Russell Wilson's favorite target deep down the field. We know how good Russell Wilson is at throwing those balls deep down the field. And Metcalf was great. In fact, he had 15 catches that went for over 25 yards, which was second in the NFL. Now, a little caution will be needed around Metcalf. The Seahawks have brought in a new offensive coordinator, and it's very likely that the Seahawks may decide to throw the ball a bit less in 2021. But either way, Metcalf just has way too much upside, way too much ability for him not to crack our top 5 receivers.
Yeah, Metcalf really is such a fun player to watch. And in fact, I still remember him chasing down Buda Baker in that interception play, which might be one of the best plays of the year, if not the best to date. He's so fast, it would not hurt you to have that kind of speed on your fantasy football team. So who's number 4?
So number 4 is DeAndre Hopkins. Now, Hopkins really just did so well in his first season in Arizona. He really proved to have a real good connection with Kyler Murray. In fact, Hopkins was really just a target monster. He was Murray's safety valve, and that resulted in him being targeted about 160 times, and he ended up hauling in 115 of those for receptions. Now, the only thing that really held down Hopkins' fantasy scoring this past year was his low touchdown total of only 6 touchdowns. But if that number were to increase, which it likely should, back towards what Hopkins averages in his career, really, Hopkins would only get better, which is really easy for you to talk yourself into since this is going to be the second year of him building chemistry with his really, talented and young QB in Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Hopkins is really such a solid player. I can't imagine anybody trading him away. Oh wait, just kidding. The Texans just did that. So if you have him on your fantasy football team, don't be like the Texans and keep him in your lineup, okay? Who is number 3 on our list?
Yeah, so number 3 is Tyreek Hill. Now, of course, Hill is the NFL's fastest player, but he also seems just to only improve each and every year as a receiver. In fact, this year, Tyreek totaled over 17 touchdowns, a career high, while also being one of the most consistent wide receivers in the NFL. In fact, Hill only had 2 games this season in which he scored single-digit half PPR fantasy points. Now, Hill isn't the target hog that Hopkins or Stefon Diggs is, but he just has such big play upside that you really can't go wrong with drafting him and having him on your team. And he will likely have a couple of weeks throughout the season where he will single-handedly win you your matchup. So definitely go and grab Tyreek.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I still cannot get over the game that Hill had 200 yards in the first quarter alone against Tampa Bay. That was literally insane. He's just such an explosive player, and he's so much fun to watch. And he's kind of cute. It's what it is. It is what it is. But who's number 2 on our list?
So number 2 is Stefon Diggs. Now, Diggs really had an exceptional first year with the Buffalo Bills, and he really just developed amazing chemistry with Josh Allen, and that led to him being both the receiving yards leader and the receptions leader of 2020. And it's really not hard to see Diggs outproducing that this next season. Really, Diggs could easily end up with more touchdowns in 2021 than the 8 that he had this past year in 2020. And just like Hopkins, Diggs' chemistry with Allen should only get better over time, and I really would not be surprised if Diggs once again led the NFL in both receiving yards and receptions.
Yeah, Diggs really did break out this year, and honestly, most likely, if you guys were playing him in the championship, he led you guys to a championship win with his 3-touchdown Week 16 performance. I mean, that was just crazy. It was outstanding. He deserves number 2 on the list, if you ask me. But now for the moment everyone's been waiting for, Caleb, who is our number 1 wide receiver for 2021?
So number 1 is Devonta Adams. Now, Adams really went out there and just proved that he is currently the best wide receiver in the NFL in 2020. And really, he finished 5th in receiving yards, he finished 1st in touchdowns, and he finished 2nd in receptions. So just at the top of his class in all of these different categories. And he really did that while only playing in 14 games. So while all these other players were playing in 16 games, he was, working with only 14 games because he was hurt for a couple of games. But Adams is just such a great route runner, and he has such a great connection with Aaron Rodgers that it's just almost impossible for opposing defenses to guard him. And he is by far the Packers' favorite red zone threat, and he ended up actually leading the NFL in receptions inside of the red zone. So Adams is just no doubt the first receiver that should be drafted in 2021, and you really should be thankful if you're able to get him onto your team.
Yeah, guys, so go out, get Devonta Adams. He really has what it takes to lead you guys to a championship win in 2021. And while you're at it, go on ahead and keep coming back here for more league winning information as well, because we have what it takes to take you guys to a 2021 championship win as well. Please like, comment, subscribe. It means the world to us. We really can't tell you guys how much we appreciate it. If you guys have any certain questions or categories you want us to target, please leave it in the comments below so we can make sure we answer everything you guys need to know to win a 2021 championship. Caleb, thank you so much for your time. And guys, with that, we're going to let you know that this is Fantasy Tomorrow, where we're giving you the information to learn today and win tomorrow or next season, whichever. See you guys next time. Bye.